boats going up to it now.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. What just happened in San Pedro? What's going on around the world? We've got it for you tonight.
Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States.
We've got motherships releasing drones, and we've got UFOs. This just in, check it out.
Okay, there's boats going up to it now. There's a bunch of boats going up to this ship right now. I think that's the police. That's nuts, I can't even zoom in. Holy shit, bro. What am I looking at? I'm acting like I know, like this is a boat, but it's not a boat, bro. There's nothing connected to it. There's nothing under it. I wish you could see it from an angle. This is nuts. This is nuts. It's lighting up the whole sky. Like what? How many lumens is that? Nuts. What is this? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. The resolution's going. That's nuts.
Right, this is just coming in from Joseph, and tonight we're looking at something quite incredible out of San Pedro. This came into my email. Cabrillo Marina. There was a sighting that lasted apparently for some hours, and the email was just sent to us via Joseph, and he was stating that there were a ton of police, and after being there for about an hour, the police came in and told everybody to leave the proximity, get the heck out, trying to cover something up. We're not sure what's going on. These bodies of water, and now this rumor of an Iranian possible submersible releasing drones. This is the DOD statement.
Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
So they're denying it, but it's interesting that they're bringing up the term mothership. Quite incredible coming in from the DOD and the speculation going on around the world right now. Yeah, if they're coming out of the water, that's insane. We never heard of this. And now we're hearing reports out of San Pedro, and just in about an hour ago, Temecula is lighting up with drones over their community, California. Where are these coming? Where are they all coming from? That's the big question. These are the big, we need the answers because they're not giving it to us. Something's going down. Yeah, the reports tonight that we're about to share with you is late breaking. So again, buckle up. What's going on with the DOD statements and these rumors of the Iranian releasing drones just off the coast? This is quite insane. Coming in from our lawmakers is another statement. Listen.
All right, so you're here today. You were just inside. You walked out. Why?
I walked out because it was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything, okay? It was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it, but they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there. I drove 2 hours to be here today, spent an hour in there. I got to drive 2 hours back. The biggest waste of 5 hours in my entire life.
These lawmakers aren't getting anywhere. It's basically in our hands. The disclosure is going to come from the public, and we're receiving information, and we appreciate it. My Gmail is in the description. What do you make of this frustration by this lawmaker here? Yeah, the American people are frustrated. We haven't gotten an answer. This has been going on more than a week, and something's being held back from the American people. I like this guy a lot. He's got more statements. Let's listen to what he has to say.
We don't know anything. But if you get us these 10 things, do these 10 things for us, and the governor calls in this kind of action, we can figure it out. Will you help us? And then we would have helped them. But instead it was just excuse after excuse, and we know nothing. It was infuriating, and I got up and I walked out.
You've been in the service, right?
Yeah, I was an attack helicopter pilot, Apache helicopter pilot in the Army, and I helped stand up the initial unmanned aircraft training battalion in the aviation sector of the Army. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, and these guys are not doing the job they need to do to figure out what's going on. And that is the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the state police.
We need the answers, but this is breaking news. Just in a video, about 30,000 feet of unknown drones, again, underneath the cloud layer. Watch this video. We're going to add some enhancements in just a bit. People are capturing it from the ground, and they're capturing it at 30,000 feet. It's undeniable. There's something going on. And when we look at this seems to be quite a large craft just under the cloud layer with these illuminated red lights. This is insane footage right here. I've never seen anything quite like this one. This could be used in any documentary. It should almost be an exclusive, because what we're looking at here is it's so awesome that we could share it with you right now. And if we get something so fresh, we're just going to drop it to everybody. Look at this. Is this some sort of, I'm saying this is huge. It's not your typical like small drone, what we're seeing like a SUV size. This thing's like as big as any big commercial liner, maybe even larger. Guys, we want to get your thoughts in this live premiere, and if you're enjoying the coverage as we're giving it to you over the past week and a half daily, give us that thumbs up, and we want to hear your comments. Now, again, what is this? That's the big question. Again, the illuminated lights, you almost see a craft, and I'd have to estimate this thing to be at least 150 to 200 feet in length, being at 30,000 feet, and this thing is about maybe at the 10,000 feet level. This craft is massive. It's not these typical unknown drones that we're seeing over America. This is something else, but again, over a body of water, crazy stuff. Now, more information coming in. Let's just roll it.
There they are. There they are. There they are. Oh. Marmora, New Jersey. Here they are. And they do sound like drones. Yo, look, it looks like a triangle. Look! It looks like a fucking triangle. Go! But here they are. They look like a fucking triangle. They look like a triangle. No way. And an F-16 just flew over. No way. They look like triangles. Whoa. They look like triangles.
Everybody's capturing these things. More proof, basically surrounded this area, this neighborhood. New Jersey, once again, is under some kind of surveillance from the unknown. Are they coming from the bodies of water, the Atlantic Ocean, and coming out of a supposed mothership from unknown origin? Maybe this information coming out from the government, even the major media, I think they're all in it together, in my opinion. They're not really telling us exactly what they know. And if they did, again, it's almost a national security issue, because if this were supposedly from an adversary, not America, but some other major country doing this, I don't know, people would be really, really on edge. But I think people are on edge one way or the other, because something is going on. And we have a video coming up that really shows the plethora of this activity. What we're about to share with you is unique footage. Somebody just laid out their camera, let it roll for, I think, maybe an hour or two, and sped up the footage so you can see the activity in the sky. This isn't random. This isn't normal. People need to wake up that there's something actually going on, and they got to keep their eyes open. So let's roll this time-lapse footage that has just come into Third Phase of Moon moments ago. It's insane. Yeah, I'm sure if other people out there want to do this experiment, get their cameras rolling out to the open sky with a decent lens, and they're able to get the aperture and capture these lights, you're going to get the same activity. This is crazy what we're looking at here.
Yeah, it's a swarm, and people can't deny what's happening. People are saying maybe these are just commercial airliners or small Cessnas, but then we look at what we've been following for the past week and a half, and we could rule out that these are domestic from just normal airports or just aviation, normal aviation. This is something incredible because we've been following the pattern, and everybody's got to admit that something is going on, and this isn't normal. People are saying these are UFOs, or they're from another solar system, or they're UAPs, or they're drones from another foreign country. The big question is nobody has the answer yet till we get one of these on the ground and we know exactly what's the makeup of the technology and where it's coming from.
Yeah, that's why we appreciate everybody around the world submitting their footage to us, and we're able to let the world know immediately when we obtain the data. Now, here's more coming in from our lawmakers.
The best information that we have available to us to this point suggests that these drones are coming from offshore, that when we try to make contact with them, they become evasive and elusive. From my perspective, if they are American assets, if they're American military, if they're American drones, and I think we owe the American people answers or explanations, but if they're not American made, if they're not American drones, then I think, we owe the American people action. And if no one else is saying, I'll be the first one to say it, if these are not American assets, then we need to get our assets into the air and blow one of these things out of the sky, pick up the pieces and figure out what we're dealing with, because quite frankly, we're the United States of America. I mean, I think we need to do a better job here.
Yeah, well said. The New Jersey State Senator Douglas Steinhardt is basically saying if we're approaching these unknown drones, UFOs, whatever you call it, but they become defensive in nature and they're unable to bring them down. This is crazy, because you would have thought that we would have obtained some of these things and shown to the public exactly like you said, Brett, moments ago. And right here, the senator from New Jersey, Douglas Steinhardt, is demanding answers, and it's a really good statement that he says we need to get these things basically brought down and know what it is.
Yeah, it's just some sort of test run. We just don't know. And I kind of agree with them. Obviously, if this isn't one of ours, if it isn't a black on black project, and we don't know where these things are coming from, and if the military engages it, blow the goddamn thing out of the sky. We need to get them down, because if they're not ours, it's done. I'm not saying do that to ET. I'm just saying to do that to foreign adversary technology.
That's absolutely right. And again, if the military, let the military bring them down. We're not urging anybody to go out there and do anything silly. But again, police should be able to do it. Law enforcement should be able to do it, especially if we're thinking that this is something that's...
Well, here's the real deal, Harris. I'm also on the Transportation Committee, on the Aviation Subcommittee, and I've gotten to know people. And from very high sources, very qualified sources, very responsible sources, I'm going to tell you the real deal. Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones. That mothership is off, I'm going to tell you the deal. It's off the east coast of the United States of America. They've launched drones, is everything that we can see or hear. And again, these are from high sources. I don't say this lightly. Now, we know there was a probability it could have been our own government. We know it's not our own government because they would have let us know.
Yeah, I don't trust this guy so much in saying he knows for sure that this isn't from our own government. But that's his opinion. I think maybe our government's working with some kind of rogue technology black op project, and maybe it's out of non-Reddin people. His statement's interesting, but I don't believe it. Listen.
Been some really glorified hobbyists that were doing something unbelievable. They don't have the technology, but let's pretend that's possible. The third possibility was somebody, an adversarial country, doing this. Know that Iran made a deal with China to purchase drones, motherships, and technology in order to go forward. The sources I have are good. They can't reveal who they are because they are speaking to me in confidentiality. These drones should be shot down.
You know, he's stating exactly what we just stated. And yes, if they're foreign in nature, for sure. But one thing that I find fascinating too is that they are stating this word mothership. This is, I think, the first time this day in history is when you hear a lawmaker actually speak the words mothership. So it's quite insane to even hear that from our lawmakers. Now listen more.
Whether it was some crazy hobbyist that we can't imagine, or whether it is Iran, and I think it very possibly could be, they should be shot down. We are not getting the full deal, and the military is on alert with this.
Serious questions tonight amid a growing number of drone sightings in the Northeast after weeks of mysterious drones, many coming in off the ocean. Federal authorities with no answers as to who's behind this. And tonight, authorities reacting after at least one lawmaker claimed it's Iran. Here's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, officials in New Jersey sounding the alarm, now calling for immediate action by federal authorities against those mysterious drones in the skies for weeks now, with no answers about who is behind them.
They're just pacing back and forth, going very slow.
A Coast Guard ship also trailed.
One of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones.
Dozens of sightings reported since last month, including near sensitive military installations and President-elect Trump's Bedminster Golf Club, where he resides.
You know, the ABC clips are so short. They really don't know how to cover it. I think the major media is blowing it on this. They need to do this more 24/7. The DOD's response today is kind of, again, not many answers coming in. But right now, we do have some breaking news. Within the past, I think, 30 minutes, something is happening in California. Temecula, to be exact. Again, here's the video coming in. We wanted to share this, and before we wrapped it up, watch this.
So if y'all can see, there are drones all over the sky. In Temecula. We came up here to see if we could figure out where they're gonna go, but before they come down, they turn the lights off. So we're gonna go in the morning, maybe, sometime during the day. There's so many. It's like 10. And they're all over the city. And considering how high we up, they can go all the way up here. We saw one a little bit ago, all the way up here, so they can get high. These are not just like cheapy drones. These are real expensive, high-flying drones. I'm so cold. Those are
look at that one.
High,
look at
dude.
that huge one just sitting there.
Hard to find the camera. That one right there.
Just sitting.
I want to say that it's like police drones and shit, but I don't even think they are. Just somebody surveying the whole fucking U.S. Or at least all of California.
And New Jersey.
They are, and New Jersey. They're just everywhere, man. The camera isn't even picking it up, and I'm also shaking like hell because I'm freezing. Should brought a jacket, but Jesus, dude. I guess they're
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Right there, Temecula, California. Be on alert as well, because what is the possibility that these drones are coming in off the coast of the Pacific, the Atlantic, from some unknown foreign adversary? That's a little sketchy. Again, I think there's a mixture of ET going on. Maybe they're keeping an eye on things, and I hope they are. But right now, everybody needs to get a heads up. And if any of these things go down, like, just grab it, especially if it's in your backyard. Grab it, take pictures, and upload that video and share it with us. We want to be breaking the news on whatever these things are, because they can't just stay up there forever unless we're dealing with some rogue corporation that's harnessed some kind of technology that is beyond propulsion means that we're aware of. Again, we've got a late breaking documentary that has just dropped. It's making its way to #1 on Amazon as far as the biggest documentary on the planet as we speak. And it's our documentary that we spent a whole year and a half to produce and bring it to you. And what we're hearing from the reviews, you guys are actually pumped up. But let me tell you, Battle for Disclosure, it's available right now. We're going to be sharing with you again, a little sneak peek exclusive cut right here at Third Phase Moon. The Genius link below, you could click it. It's in the description, and it'll take you to the streaming service of your preference. It's available Japan, we're in Russia, we're actually in the UK, Canada, Mexico, everywhere across the planet. Now, take a look at this, even in Spain.
You don't know that at the very top, that whole project is being run illegally.
These are brand new witnesses, and they've got bombshell information to talk about.
These technologies are unsanctioned. They are illegal operations, and this can be proven in any court of law.
It's like, wow, nobody's coming after us. We're gonna do this until we can get away with it.
They would have so much control over everything if they had that.
If this information was all released, it could fall into the wrong hands.
They're using security as a cover for illicit or illegal or even treasonous activities.
The members of Congress didn't have the detailed information of the precise location.
Where they keep the bodies, the craft, the debris, all the evidence that we've been searching for the last 80 years.
He knew how to keep a secret. Secrets were his stock and trade.
They're literally making their own money to fund their own projects.
We have a source currently in the deep black world.
It doesn't matter if you're president of the United States, you're not going to talk about that.
There was this large monolithic slab. Looked like it was elevated off of the ground.
It is traumatic.
Look, this is the most top secret shit you've ever heard of.
We appreciate everybody joining us. Don't forget, Battle for Disclosure, watch it tonight or this weekend. It's going to be a wild ride. I assure you, firsthand eyewitnesses, it's insightful. Yeah, tomorrow